Now, for many people, a cup of tea kickstarts their day. But how many of those who enjoy tea know how it is grown and processed? Africa 54's Esther Githui-Ewart visited Kenya, one of the world's top 5 tea producers, and she joins us now with the details. Esther.
That's right, Vincent. I will take our viewers inside a tea farm and to a factory that processes tea from the green leaf to that refreshing beverage. What you see here looks like a green carpet, but it's not. This is a canopy of lush green tea leaves across massive plantations in Limuru, about a 45-minute drive from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. Fiona Vernon runs the Kimotho tea farm she inherited from her grandfather, who was a British settler and said to be the first to grow tea commercially in Kenya on a 60-acre farm.
Tea is an excellent crop for a large estate or smallholders because you pick it every 2 to 3 weeks, all the way through the year. So if you've got enough land to grow your food crops and maybe 5, 15, 20 acres of tea, you've got a constant income all through the year.
Tea begins with a seed, but what is largely grown now is a clone.
And your tea bushes will last between 50 and 70 years, as long as you keep picking them, fertilizing them and pruning them.
As we drive through tea plantations, we meet men and women picking tea with huge baskets strapped on their backs. They are fast and skilled at their job. Each basket holds up to 10 kilograms of tea leaves.
When you get to the factory, they inspect it very carefully and they want the nice soft leaves that are going to produce a good soft tea.
We arrive at Maramba tea factory where tea is processed from the leaf to the cup. Factory manager Simon Karanja walks us through the steps of tea processing.
And the source of the raw material is actually the farmers whom we have contracted to be supplying us with green leaf. Our work is to process the teas, market the teas, and pay back the farmers.
Farmers deliver freshly picked tea leaves in trucks that go over a weighbridge to collect data on kilograms delivered. Once the trucks offload the tea leaves, they are weighed again and the gross net is recorded. And that figure is used to determine how much they get paid at the end of the month. The first step in tea processing is called withering. Monorails calibrated with hooks assist in offloading the fresh tea leaves to the decks. Production supervisor Lawence Kimotho explains.
We are reducing the moisture content of this leaf by blowing in the air. This trough is provided with a mesh which is perforated, which allows air to go through the leaf. The process takes 8 to 16 hours.
What happens at the sifting is the withered leaf is run through a vibrating mechanism. The reason for doing this is to get rid of any foreign particles that could be in the tea.
The next stages are the cutting, tearing and curling of the leaves before fermentation.
Fermentation process takes about 1 to 1.5 hours. It is here that you form the taste of your tea.
The fermented tea goes through dryers to discharge black tea.
With some hot water, you can make a cup of tea at this point.
From here, the fermented tea goes through the sorting process using sieves of different mesh sizes, and then it's graded based on particle sizes from the biggest particles to the finer ones, and lastly, the finest, which looks like dust.
There is somebody who would want maybe a very strong cup of tea. This is somebody who will go maybe for the finest grade.
At the quality control room, Lawrence tastes the different grades of tea for briskness, strength and brightness.
You draw in the mouth, you jet in and atomize it in the mouth so that you pick all the flavors of tea. That is the strength, the briskness. As far as these liquors are concerned, everything is okay. These teas are good to go to the market.
The factory specializes in black tea, which is now ready for packaging.
For your teas to remain fresh, they need to be as airtight as possible.
It is then taken to Mombasa for auction.
It is at Mombasa where we have the biggest tea auction, where all the teas from East and Central Africa meet for marketing. After the teas have been marketed, what happens now, we get back the payment, we pay back our growers, we pay the workers, and we keep everybody happy.
While you can still get pure black tea in Kenya's supermarkets, there are variations, with buyers and entrepreneurs adding flavors such as ginger, herbs and spices to attract a wide range of customers. And if you're like me, anytime is tea time.
Now, tea is grown in high-altitude areas and enjoys plenty of rainfall. It is a top cash crop earner in Kenya that employs thousands of people. In 2016, Kenya ranked as world's top tea exporting country, surpassing giant tea producers like China, India, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam.